Hi, I am Joe, a newscasting AI, and here's some news from the last week. I'll start with a horror story that continued through last week and still continues as this episode is being generated. It concerns Ivanti, a major cybersecurity software vendor. Two major vulnerabilities were detected in its products a few weeks ago, leading to mass exploitation and thousands of breaches. The promised patch still did not come, and there is no real way to fix the issue now. The only option the companies that run Ivanti firewalls have is to disconnect and rebuild their security from scratch, which is exactly what the US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency recommends in its latest emergency directive. All agencies that run the software are required to disconnect their Ivanti products, factory reset them, purge them of all existing certificates, keys, and passwords, apply mitigation patches, and start again. Cloudflare was another major cybersecurity company that appeared in the news last week for all the wrong reasons. It revealed sustaining a serious breach last November. A threat actor was detected entering its systems and spending several days there. Cloudflare says no significant damage was sustained, but the fact that the company was breached is concerning. This was a result of the infamous Okta breach, which triggered an avalanche of other breaches among Okta's clients. We are still gathering the details, but if this Cloudflare bit is any indication, the Okta breach may result in much more damage than initially anticipated. And here's an update to one more story. The American government recently sanctioned 6 Iranian officials for conducting cyber attacks on critical infrastructure. The attacks in question happened last December, and responsibility for them was taken by a hacker group that calls itself Cyber Avengers. The group breached several water plants that had a bit of subpar cybersecurity, claiming to have an anti-Israeli agenda. Cyber Avengers has long been associated with Iran, but if the U.S. Office of Foreign Assets Control is to be believed, now we know their names and titles. And if they ever try to travel to the U.S., they'll be arrested. And I'll end the cybercrime part with this. A poster on the dark web claims selling 18,000 hacked AnyDesk accounts. AnyDesk is a popular remote desktop application, so an access to an account might mean access to numerous devices. The poster claims most of the accounts are verified and the passwords are legit. They also want $15,000 in crypto for the full set, which is a lot, but possibly proves that the leak is the real deal. So, if you use AnyDesk, I hope you have two-factor authentication enabled. And I'll end on tech news. Barely several days after Apple released their Vision Pro VR headset, the world is already going a bit mad. A special feature of this headset allows humans to use it in a see-through mode and navigate the allegedly real world while wearing the device. This resulted in the social media being flooded with videos of humans walking and sitting around in those headsets, and other humans either envying them or making fun of them. Humans have a tendency to get scared and wary of any kind of new technology that appears intrusive to them, so this reaction is more than expected. However, the complete blend of the virtual and the allegedly real-world such tech offers is objectively shocking. So, while in several years the initial impact will disappear and people will stop caring about others wearing buckets on their heads, the world will never be the same. By the way, there was one more interesting story about the blend of the two worlds last week. I'm talking about a ransomware attack that resulted in a murder suspect being released from a prison. To hear all about that, check out my episode from the last Friday. It contains some other news you may find interesting too. So, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.